Hello children, welcome to the English class. Today we will be doing the third lesson, a letter from a mother, written by Mary Ann Kane. Pre-reading activity, listening and speaking. Children, you have to listen while I am reading the lesson, so be careful, and when I ask you questions, you should answer. You are all in a class 7. You come to school from your homes, don't you? If any one of you living in a hostel, do you have a brother or a sister or a friend who is living in a hostel? At home, parents look after their children. What about children living in hostels? That too in distant places. How do parents keep in touch with them? Parents write to their children regularly. Both feel they are talking to each other. In this letter, a mother talks to her daughter, and she's writing who is living in a hostel. Let me read the lesson and explain. Dear Poonam, it is strange to write because I am so used to you being close by. Here the mother is telling her that she is so used to staying with her so many days at home, and now she's in a hostel. She's feeling it different. We say a lot without words, you know, but now you are away, and I can't help you but think of how you're growing up so quickly. So here she's finding her daughter growing very fast, and she's not able to help herself. So this is only the first of the more and the more times apart until, like a bird, you will be ready to fly away. It will be my greatest joy to see you strong and confident, even as it brings me sorrow to be apart. So here the mother is telling, you're apart from me, but I know I can feel it that like a bird, you will be ready to fly away one fine day. You will grow up faster and you will be confident in yourself, and this makes her keep away from her sorrow. It will be, she says, it will be my greatest joy to see you strong and confident. Let me continue. Para 2. Being apart may be a good thing in this way. It makes me put into words those things I feel and think but don't say. For instance, it pleases me that you are so strong minded and persistent. You are not easily discouraged, even when you don't succeed at first. So here she tells her, it pleases me that you are so strong minded girl and you are also persistent. You are not easily discouraged and you will one day be successful. So she continues telling her, remember the time when you couldn't do your multiplication tables. The teacher was going faster than you could manage, and you felt bad that you were unable to keep up. Yes, here the mother again is encouraging her when she is discouraged, when she was not able to do her multiplication tables. So, when parents are at home to guide you, help you, but when you are in a hostel or far away from the parents, there is no one. It is you who should be strong minded and persistent. But you made your own study cards and asked me and daddy to help you. And when you succeeded finally in learning those tables, you were independent enough to think through your problems, but responsible enough to ask for help to learn. So here the mother is telling her that you have asked us help, that is parents, dad and mom, and when you succeeded it finally in learning those tables, you became independent. So you know how to solve your problems and you have become more responsible enough to ask for help when you want to learn. Let me continue the third para. I know you are in new surroundings with new people at your hostel, and the way things are done at home are not the same there. You have to be careful to look after yourself since no one is going to ask you how you are or care about your comforts. So, here again, the mother is telling you have different people there, different surroundings, and you have to understand things more better. It is not like the home, it is not the same as home where you stay, it is something different. So, you have to be careful to look after yourself since no one is going to ask you how you are or care about your comforts. Let me go to the fourth para. You have to speak up for what you need because the hostel warden can't give you the attention you receive at home. At the same time, you need to watch out for others. Help them to help them to help themselves. So here again the mother is advising her, no one will ask you how you are, what you want. You have to speak up for yourself and get things done. At the same time, you have to watch out for others. That means you have to help out others also. So, not only take care of yourself in a hostel, take care of others also. The mother is guiding her. Let me go to the sixth paragraph. I want you to make the best of this experience, and I know you can. I also know that a new situation brings confusion because you are learning new ways to act. Don't be afraid to try new activities or to introduce yourself to new people. So here mother is telling her you have to make the best of this hostel life, and I know you can. I also know that a new situation may confuse you for sometimes because you're learning new ways and new things to act. So don't be afraid. Try new activities or introduce yourself to new people. The seventh para, look after your own happiness without waiting for someone to look out for you. But don't forget to look out for others' welfare too. Here mother tells her, you have to look after your own happiness. Don't depend upon others. Don't depend upon your teachers or friends or parents or neighbors. Without waiting for someone, you have to look out for you. But don't forget to look out for others' welfares also. Let me read para 8. You always have done this before, but now that you are on your own, I want to remind you that you are capable of such a responsibility. Don't let new surroundings confuse you too much. Here, the mother is telling, or she's reminding her daughter that you have to be capable of your responsibilities, that is, looking after yourself and also others. Don't let the new surroundings confuse you. That is the hostel life. She need not be confused with, but to have concern for everyone, take care of herself and others too. Let me read the last and the ninth para. Take your time to adjust, but don't forget to be aware of others' feelings, even as you discover your own. Please write soon. Love, Mom. Here she's ending, telling her you have to be adjustable and you shouldn't forget about others' feelings, and you also have to discover your own things by staying there. And she ends the letter asking her to reply soon, and she ends it with love, Mom. Thank you, children. Thank you for watching. Please show some love, like it, share it, subscribe it, press the bell icon.